Hello, students, and welcome back to the channel One Mark Solution. We are back with the second session of chapter 8 of Honeysuckle, a game of chance. Those who have watched the first session will know that we have discussed some multiple choice questions from the chapter, and we've also discussed the entire chapter in brief. So, in all, if you've not watched the first session, please do watch and do like and share and subscribe to the channel to get more benefit. I am Mrs. Jabeen, and I will be discussing this session today, the second part of a game of chance, wherein we will be discussing some extract based questions. Now, all of you are aware that you do get some extracts in your exams. Extract based questions are seen passages from the textbook, from the lessons you have done, and based on the extracts, you get some questions to answer. So, many children find these very confusing and difficult to answer, but if you do look at these sessions and follow how we are discussing and how we are coming to the answers, you won't have any difficulty in solving these extract based questions. So let us begin. This is the first extract. Uncle took me to the fair. Bhaiya, who worked for us at home, came with us. There was a big crowd at the fair. Uncle was leading us through the crowd when he met a few of his friends. They wanted him to spend some time with them. So this is the reference to context. And here, let us see the first question. The narrator is a young girl, a young boy, an old man, or the brother of Bhaiya. Now, those who have read the chapter and have been with us for the first session know that the narrator is a young boy whose name is Rashid. Now, look at the second question. This was a fair held on the occasion of Holi, Eid, Christmas, or Diwali. Now, this also we have discussed in the first session. The fair was held on the occasion of Eid. It was a grand fair with a lot of things to do, to buy, and to spend money on. Now, the third question. When the uncle met his friends, he sent the narrator with them, took them along, went away with them, sent them away. So when uncle took Rashid and Bhaiya to the fair, in the fair he met some of his friends. And when he met his friends, they wanted him to spend some time with them. So he went away with them and he gave some advice to Rashid. He said, look around the fair if you want, but do not buy anything. Okay? So the answer is went away with them. Question number 4 from the same extract. Bhaiya was the narrator's brother, a neighbor of the narrator, a domestic servant, a man in the crowd. The answer is given here in the extract itself. Bhaiya was someone who worked for us at home. So, somebody who works for you at home is your domestic servant. So, option C is the right answer. There. The fifth question from the extract. Uncle was leading us means. Now, what does this phrase mean? Uncle was showing us the way. Uncle was a leader. Uncle gave the order, or uncle was the eldest. Leading us here means that he was the one who took them to the fair. So he was showing them the way to the fair. That is the correct answer. Then we come to the next extract. Okay, this is the next extract. The shopkeeper obliged him by buying it back for 15 rupees. The old man went away very pleased. Then a boy, a little older than I, tried his luck. He got a comb worth 25 paise. The shopkeeper looked neither happy nor sad. He bought the comb from the boy for 25 paise. The boy tried his luck again. He now got a fountain pen worth 3 rupees. Then he tried a third time and got a wristwatch worth 25 rupees. Okay, now this is the next extract, and we will have around 5 questions that we will discuss from this extract too. The first question. The shopkeeper's obligation was just what the narrator felt, natural, a drama, real. Now, what do you mean by this word obligation. It is written here as obligation. Here it is obliged him. Obliged means when you do something to make somebody else happy. So the shopkeeper made the boy happy by buying back whatever he had won for 15 rupees. Okay, so here we have to say whether what the shopkeeper was doing was an obligation. He really wanted to make people happy, or was it natural, was it a drama, or was it real? So if you've understood the chapter, you will realize that it was just a drama that he was doing to cheat people. Okay, so option C is the right answer. Then the shopkeeper was buying it back because he was getting them cheap. He was a generous man. He needed them. He wanted to entice the boy. Now, this also we have discussed in the previous session that the shopkeeper was a very cunning man. Okay, he was not at all generous. Definitely not generous. He didn't need those things. Okay, he was not getting them cheap. He was getting only 50 paisa for the game the children were playing, people were playing, but he was buying back things very expensively. So the answer that is correct is he wanted to entice the boy. Entice meaning tempt. He wanted to tempt the boy. Okay. Next question. The narrator was trapped, was able to see the game through the game, went away from there, called his uncle. And this also, if you have understood the chapter, you will realize that Rashid was so tempted by the lovely gifts everybody was winning that he did not think that it was a cheating thing that was happening. He was trapped by the shopkeeper's cheating, cunning habit. Okay, so the answer was trapped is the correct one. The fourth question from this extract: the boy was now with his uncle, alone with Bhaiya with a friend. Now, if you remember, in the first reference to context, I told you uncle met some of his friends and he left Rashid with Bhaiya and asked him not to buy anything. So, the correct answer is with Bhaiya. When he was playing this game, when he saw this game, he was with his domestic help, whom he called Bhaiya. Then we come to the fifth question from this reference to context. The noun form of obliged is obliged. I told you what obliged means. It means that you do something to please someone. So, what is the noun form? Is it oblige, obliging, obligatory, or obligation? The correct answer is obligation. D. Okay, the noun form of oblige is obligation. Okay, I hope you've been able to understand this reference to context, children. We have discussed two reference to context in this particular session, and we will discuss a couple more in another session. After this, you can watch that session too. And if you like this session, please do like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. I will see you all again in the next session.